The sound of a 90-pound Australian Shepherd knocking a toddler to the floor is unmistakable. Amanda heard it from the kitchen. That heavy, dull thud that makes every parent's blood stop. She dropped the dish towel and ran. Rocky had Mia pinned. The toddler was flat on the carpet, face up. The dog's massive head lowered directly over the child's face. Mia was crying. Not screaming, just that confused, frightened cry that meant something hurt. But nothing was broken yet. Rocky! No. Amanda grabbed the dog's collar and pulled hard. Rocky resisted. For the first time since they'd brought him home 3 years ago, he didn't obey immediately. His body was rigid. His eyes stayed locked on Mia. She pulled harder. The dog finally stepped back, but slowly. Reluctantly, Mia sat up, tears streaming, reaching for Amanda. No visible injuries, no blood, just scared. But that sound, that thud, that had been real. She scooped Mia up and carried the toddler to the couch, heart still racing. Rocky stood exactly where she'd pulled him, staring at them both. His tail wasn't wagging. His ears were forward. Alert. Not guilty. Not ashamed. Just watching. When Jason got home that evening, Amanda was still shaken. She explained what happened. The sound, the way Rocky had Mia on the floor, the way he wouldn't move when she called him. Jason knelt down and checked Mia carefully. No bruises, no bumps. The toddler was already playing again. Completely fine. But Amanda wasn't fine. He's never done anything like that, Jason said. I know. That's what scares me. Jason looked at Rocky. The dog sat in the corner of the living room, eyes moving between Jason and Mia. Calm, steady. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe Mia startled him. It didn't feel like an accident. It felt deliberate. That night, they kept Rocky in the laundry room while Mia slept. It felt wrong. He'd never been locked away before. But Amanda couldn't shake the image of that moment, the weight of the dog on top of their child. The next morning, it happened again. Amanda was changing Mia's diaper when Rocky came into the nursery. He walked directly to the changing table and pressed his nose against Mia's face. Not sniffing. Pressing. Rocky, back. He didn't move. She said it louder. Rocky, back. Now. He took 2 steps back, then immediately moved forward again. Nose going straight to Mia's mouth. Amanda's patience snapped. Out! Now! Rocky finally left, but only after she raised her voice to a level that made Mia start crying. That afternoon, Amanda called the vet. The vet listened carefully, asked questions. How old was Rocky? Had there been any other behavior changes? Any aggression toward other people? No. Just Mia. The vet was quiet for a moment, then said, "It might be stress. Sometimes dogs react unpredictably when there's a baby in the house, especially if they were used to being the center of attention." Amanda thanked her and hung up. By that evening, she'd made the decision. Rocky couldn't stay. Jason didn't want to believe it. He'd raised Rocky from a puppy, trained him, trusted him. But he'd also seen the fear in Amanda's face. He'd heard the description of that moment. The dog on top of their child, refusing to move. They agreed to call a rescue organization in the morning. That night, Rocky slept in the garage. Amanda lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. She felt guilty. She felt scared. She felt like she was betraying a family member. But every time she closed her eyes, she saw Rocky's head hovering over Mia's face, and her chest tightened. At 2:47 a.m., the baby monitor lit up. Mia was crying. Not the usual fussy cry. Something else. A strange, weak sound. Amanda sat up immediately and grabbed her phone. The video feed showed Mia in the crib, barely moving. She ran. Jason was right behind her. When they opened the nursery door, Rocky was already inside. He'd somehow gotten out of the garage, somehow made it through the house, somehow opened the nursery door. Or it hadn't latched. He was standing on his back legs, front paws on the crib rail, nose pressed against Mia's face. Rocky, get back! Jason grabbed the dog and pulled him away. Amanda reached into the crib and lifted Mia. The toddler's skin was pale, cold. The crying had stopped. Something's wrong. The paramedics arrived in 6 minutes. One of them took Mia from Amanda's arms, checked vitals, asked rapid-fire questions. When did this start? Any fever? Any vomiting? Any known allergies? The second paramedic noticed Rocky. He was standing in the hallway, completely still, eyes fixed on Mia. Has the dog been acting strange? Amanda nodded, barely able to speak. Yes. For 2 days. The paramedic looked at Mia again, looked at Rocky, then looked at Amanda. We need to get to the hospital now. At the ER, a doctor examined Mia thoroughly. Blood tests, monitoring, questions. Then she came back into the room with a printout and a very serious expression. Your daughter's airway was partially blocked. The doctor continued, her voice calm but firm. Another 8 minutes, and we would be having a very different conversation. What made you bring Mare in tonight? Amanda explained the crying, the monitor, the pale skin. The doctor nodded slowly. And the dog? He wouldn't leave Mia alone, Amanda said quietly. For 2 days. We thought he was being aggressive. The doctor's expression softened. Dogs can detect breathing obstruction before we can. It's documented. The change in scent in breath chemistry, they pick it up long before symptoms are visible to us. Amanda sat down. Rocky knew. The doctor nodded. He was trying to tell you. When they brought Mia home 3 days later, Rocky was waiting by the door. Amanda knelt down and put her arms around his neck. I'm sorry, she whispered. I'm so sorry. Rocky exhaled slowly, leaning into her. That night, Mia slept in the crib. Rocky slept on the floor beside it. No one asked him to. He just did.